Thief. In the heart of Venice, where canals whisper secrets and gondolas drift like dreams, lived a young boy named Nico. His father was an old clockmaker, a man whose life ticked by in a workshop filled with gears, springs, and the gentle chime of passing hours. From his father, Nico learned the art of time, but he was about to discover its greatest secret. One afternoon, while watching the bustling Piazza San Marco, Nico noticed something peculiar. An elderly woman dropped her bag of groceries, and a kind stranger stopped to help her, carefully picking up each orange that had rolled away. In that moment of simple kindness, Nico felt the world around him pause. The frantic flutter of pigeons seemed to slow. The clamor of the crowds softened to a hum, and the sun lingered a moment longer in the sky. It was as if time itself held its breath to watch. An idea, as bright as a Venetian sunrise, sparked in Nico's mind. What if he could share this discovery? That night, armed with his father's smallest tools and a heart full of purpose, Nico crept through the silent, moonlit alleyways. He began with the grand clock tower in the square, then moved to the smaller clocks on shop fronts and in quiet courtyards. He didn't break them. Instead, with delicate adjustments, he secretly tuned each one not to the relentless march of seconds, but to what he called heart time, a rhythm that beats in sync with acts of goodwill. He worked until dawn, his small hands carefully calibrating each timepiece, setting them to this new, gentler pace. The next day, Venice awoke to a subtle, wonderful change. People who used to rush past each other with hurried nods now found they had a moment to spare. The baker, instead of just selling bread, asked a customer about her family. Two neighbors who hadn't spoken in years found themselves chatting over a fence, their argument from long ago forgotten. The frantic pace of the city began to unwind. People started moving a little slower, not out of laziness, but with intention. They looked up from their feet and saw the smiles on the faces of strangers. They heard the music from a distant violin, smelled the aroma of fresh pasta drifting from a kitchen window. Laughter echoed more freely in the narrow streets, and the water in the canals seemed to sparkle just a bit brighter. Nico watched from the shadows, his heart swelling with joy. He saw a gondolier give a free ride to a child with wide, wondrous eyes. He saw glassblower gift his most beautiful creation to an admirer who couldn't afford it. With every act of generosity, the city seemed to breathe a collective sigh of relief. The clocks he had fixed weren't telling the wrong time. They were telling a truer time. A time measured not in minutes and hours, but in connections, in shared moments, and in the warmth of a kind gesture. Nico's father, noticing the newfound peace in his son's eyes and the serene rhythm of the city, simply smiled. He didn't need to ask. He understood that his son had repaired more than just clocks. Nico continued his secret work, a silent guardian of the city's tempo. He became a legend whispered among the canals. Story of the clockmaker's son who taught Venice that the most precious moments are not the ones that fly by, but the ones we choose to slow down for. And so, the people of Venice learned a timeless lesson. A kind heart doesn't stop time, but it has the power to change how fast the world feels, giving us all the space we need to truly live. Vet. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to Venice. If this story warmed your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more tales from around the world. We'll see you next time.